Hello, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Sorry, I've just finished a can of Monster and it's all burpy. What we're going to be looking at in this one is the Novritsch SSE18 and also the Cyma pistol, which is called the Cyma CM030, which is a automatic electric pistol. People on the internet say that this and the SSE18 is exactly the same, that there's just like a couple of changes or whatever. Because people on the internet know exactly what they're talking about, I thought I'm going to buy this thing and have a little look at it against the Novritsch SSE18 and just see if that's correct. If they are indeed the same gun and the Novritsch one only has a Novritsch logo on it, which I can already tell you now is most likely definitely not going to be the case. But hey, people like it, and you know, it gives me a good title to say, you know, something like the SSE18 is just the Cyma pistol, gasp, when in fact I think all of us with at least 5 brain cells know that that is not going to be the case. Shh, it's Future Shoe here. Sorry to interrupt, but before I get into the comparison of these two, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Click that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. I love you for it. Thank you very much. Now back to the video. So I do have a Novritsch SSE18 here. As you can see, this one is the one that I have here in my hand, and it has been customized a little bit. So I have got a extended mag in here. These are the Novritsch extended magazines. These have 100 BBs in there, which is very fancy. It means you can carry your riff with you. I need to be careful about saying the G word on here. It means you can carry your riff with you and not really need to carry any extra magazines, because this has... Shut up, WhatsApp. Because this is equivalent to over 3 magazines anyway. So if you run the extended magazine, then you don't actually have to have any other mags. The only downside is it sticks out of the gun this far, which is a little bit of a pain. But hey, swings and roundabouts, what would you rather? And I know you're probably seeing that I've got 2 rings on there. It's because I found one of the ones which I thought I'd lost. So I just put it on for safekeeping, and you know, I'll put it somewhere. I didn't get married again. I'm singularly married, and I'm very happy about that too. Anyway, back to this here. I've got a tracer unit on the end there. I've also got a red dot sight on the back here. I think it was like a cheapy one from Amazon. I don't really know. Connoisseurs who are familiar with the SSE18 will know that it comes with an iron sight on the back here, but I actually have got a Picatinny rail on the top here. So this Picatinny rail I actually made up and designed myself because I wanted to run it with a red dot, because I've got an event coming up soon I expect I'll be wanting to use this at, and I was like, you know what, I want to run it with a red dot instead of the iron sight, so I did that. So shush, WhatsApp, come on. So if you have an AEP that, like, you know, the SSE18 and you would like this, let me know and I'll make it available on Project Airsoft. You know, it's fun being able to, you know, use a red dot. Is it on? Oh, my red dot, it is on. Why are you on? You're supposed to not be on. It's fun using a red dot sight, and it means you can keep both eyes open and be more accurate, and yeah, that's going to be the thing with the thing. I have also, the people out there who are paying attention, you'll also notice this thing here. Now, this is a universal holster clippy on thing to use with the Novritsch universal holster. I do have it down here, actually. With that thing there, you can then click it in to the universal holster just like that, and it fits in really nicely, and it's nice and smooth. It goes in and out really well, and everything's good. Now, this isn't the stock one that you get from Novritsch. I know it's taking ages for me to get into the comparison between this and this one, but I'm setting the groundwork, and this is interesting, you know. If you don't find it interesting, skip along, but actually don't skip along, because it will affect my views and retention and stuff like that. This is a toy, by the way. There's no battery in it, there's no BBs in it, so I can do things like that, and it's okay. YouTube, it's a toy. This is a toy. But I've been playing around with the universal holster. This bit, granted, is a little bit of a tangent, but bear with me, it's fun. I've been putting these little things everywhere, so look, boom. I've put that on a grenade there, so then you can use your grenade. Again, it's a toy grenade, it's not a real grenade. What else? I put it on a tennis ball, so if you're a tactical dog walker, you can do that and then throw the tennis ball for your dog. What else have I put one on? Put it on a speed loader. You just literally do that, and then you've got boom, magnet BBs there, and I also put it on a big speed loader. So look, boom, you can run around with that if you want to. Oh yeah, and I also made this thing here, which you can click on there, and the reason for that is this. Tactical drink on the move. So if you're playing Airsoft and then you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm a thirsty person, and then Jesus turns to you and is like, don't worry, my child, look into your side. And then you'll be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thanks, Jesus. Thanks, Jesus. Then job's gonna be a good one. Fantastic. So this is the Cyma 030S. And here it is, look here, all nice and close up. So we're gonna lift it open here. We've got books, literature, fantastic stuff there, great. A little bit of foam on the top. And then there is the pistol there itself. Now, packaging wise in here, I will say it is very similar to the Novritsch SSE18. Oh my God, WhatsApp, stop. It does look very similar in here. I don't have a shot of the Novritsch one to show you, but it does look similar. So that I will kind of give you there. It does look similar. You do get a speed loader. You get the same charger. The battery does look very similar. It's the same connector on there. And I think you do get a little bag of BBs as well. But, you know, these are fantastic for putting in the bin. So, you know, good to have. And then we have got the pistol here itself. So you can see it is the kind of Glock style pistol. Airsoft toy pistol, by the way. And if I were to put them next to each other, just like so, you can see that aesthetically, they are a bit different. Like the bottom bits are different, the top bits are different. This is definitely more going off the Glock branding. I don't know if it's an official licensed Glock, but the Novritsch one kind of takes that Glock style, but then makes it very much their own. And there's a lot of different ergonomic design choices here that you don't have in here. Also, I really love the fact that you have a proper Picatinny rail here on the SSE18, and you just got this kind of like one which is more for, I don't know, other kind of things on the Cyma one. Now, in terms of magazine compatibility, they both use the same types of magazines. So I could take the extended one out of the Novritsch one, I could take the little one out of there, I could put the big one in that one there, and then I could take the little one and put it into the Novritsch one here. So magazines, they're interchangeable. So say, for example, you wanted to get extra magazines, and depending on which one you've got, you can either get them from the Novritsch website if they're cheaper or more accessible or easier to get for you, or you can get them from your local store, whichever one you like, and then you'll be good to go. I like having lots of magazines, and I like the electric pistol magazines because they are so small. You can actually get 3 of them in a single pistol mag holster, which is lovely. Or you don't have to worry about running extra ones, and you can just run the extended mag like I said earlier. Both of these pistols do have the semi and full auto function. You've got the little lever on here and you've got the little lever on there. And I think externally, like we said, we've seen there's very much a lot of differences here. So we may as well just get inside and just see where there is similarities in terms of the build beneath the surface. Inside the slides, they are pretty much very similar, but the Novritsch one is made of metal. It has got a metal slide, and the Cyma one is plastic. So this is lighter weight. I mean, I've got a load of accessories on here, but I would assume that this one is lighter weight because it is plastic. It is much more flimsier though, so if you are going to drop it or smack it into something, then this is definitely going to be much more likely to break than the Novritsch one. Looking at the tops of the rifts on the inside, the shroud on the top is definitely different. So on the Novritsch one, you actually have this little cutout section here, which allows you to kind of like see the trigger mechanism, some of the motor mechanism, and then also kind of like the feeding shoe bits and whatnot like that. The front part here is definitely different between the two. Yeah, they've got different moldings and have different designs on there. The wiring seems to be pretty much the same, although the Novritsch one may have a slightly thicker gauge wire. No, I don't know that for sure, but it may have a slightly thicker gauge wire. The latest version of the SSE18 as well actually does have an upgraded MOSFET versus the one it originally launched with. The motor seems to be a different color on both of the rifts, or is that the piston? Maybe that's the piston. Either way, that is a different color. The actual gearbox casing itself is a different color too. The hop unit looks to be the same, but this shroud here is definitely different compared to both of the pistols. The QC pass sticker is on the same part of it, and there are more pins on the Novritsch one than there is on the Cyma one, kind of like holding it all together. The magazine release is differently molded too, and I prefer the Novritsch one because it's a bit bigger and gives me more of a positive feeling of, you know, being able to get the mag out. Barrel looks exactly the same, and the shroud of both of them pop off just like that, so you can then see them there, which doesn't really make a big difference, I guess, for either of them, although the Cyma slide does have a cutout at the top there, so it's going to be more important for you to have it on the Cyma pistol because you're going to want to have it be a bit cleaner. Weight-wise, they do feel exactly the same, but they are both really comfortable, which is nice. I guess now the only thing really to do is to have a little look at the FPS and then also the RPS too. So let's compare them both now. Now, they are both supposed to be about a 0.5 joule a pistol because they are electric pistols. They are a lot weaker than other kind of rifts out there. So when I do go for the joulage, don't be surprised when you see it's a little bit lower than what you may expect it to be. This is my new chrono setup system, by the way. Now, I know it's going to be pretty obvious, but none of these accessories are going to impact the rate of fire or the FPS, okay? They're purely aesthetic at this point in time. So, single shot, let's have a little look at what we're at. FPS. So we're on 0.43 joules 215 FPS. And now we will go full auto and see how many rounds per second we get. So we are on, what's that, 7.5? Yeah. 7.5 rounds a second, which is all right, you know, does the job. But I actually went up to 0.48 joules there as well. It is a very new riff. It hasn't been properly skirmished yet. I've put a couple of magazines through it, but I imagine all of the internals want to get worked out as well. The same as the Cyma, so I'm expecting us to see maybe a little bit of a jump in power there as well. But that's nice, 0.48 joules. Let's now put this battery into the Cyma, reload this magazine a little bit, and see what we get with that. Now the Cyma. So the Cyma is less on the power, 0.34 joules. But let's see if full auto makes a difference. Right, so joulage went up to 0.47 joules, which, you know, is an increase similar to the Novritsch one. The Novritsch went up to 0.48, and we had 12.6 rounds a second. Look at that. Here's the prices of them. The Novritsch one is here, the Cyma one is here, so you can see the difference in cost. All of the Novritsch magazines are 13 euros a piece, both for the extended big ones and also for the standard littler ones. The littler ones take 28 BBs per mag, if I remember correctly, and the high cap extended ones take 100 BBs per mag. Big shout out to all my patrons. Thank you for watching this video. I know I've been a bit lax with the live streams and giveaways. Thank you, patrons. I love you. And to you for watching this video, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Loads of content to come. I love you very much. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Stay fresh, everyone. Bye-bye.